everyone, welcome to the Bio Breakthroughs podcast. I'm your host, Jared Taylor. Joining me today is our very special guest, and this is a little bit different too than we've had on, the Chief Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer at Boehringer Ingelheim. I think I said that right,
You
Rafael? So
did.
that's
You did.
good.
That's pretty good.
And I have to try to, I'm assuming this is an Italian last name. Fantauzzi? Fantauzzi?
Fantauzzi.
Ah, it's okay. We have you for the follow up there to say your own name correctly. So I'm really excited to chat with you here today. I'm going to kick it over to you. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Sure, Jared, and you can call me Rafael, by the way. I've been in the DEI realm for 30 something years. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. And I've been very blessed with really being part of something that it's transformational. Our, this world of diversity, equity, and inclusion is really about people, and it's about how do we manifest people's needs as they maneuver through their life journey. And of course, one very important part of that life journey is having a job and being, in the workplace. And at Boehringer Ingelheim, our values and our culture is one that actually provides opportunities for everyone to feel like they want to have a sense of belonging, but also that they can be their authentic self. And so I'm very, very, very honored to be here today and to also be part of this amazing organization.
And what does DEI mean to you, Rafael?
Well, diversity, equity, and inclusion, it has very different manifestations on how people think about it. Diversity, of course, includes everyone. In my mind, it's because we are diverse people. We all have very different needs. We all have a very different set of dimensions of diversity, be it inherent or acquired, that we maneuver our life journey through. Equity or equality, how some companies really perceive this. It's also about how do we maneuver through life and understand what's important, and how do we, can actually be our authentic self and self-actualize ourselves so that we can be who we are and maximize our opportunities. And inclusion is that magical ingredient in which everybody has four behaviors that I think I consider core: curiosity, accountability, responsibility, and empathy. And by the way, the acronym for that is CARE, and it's about learning to care for each other better.
Ooh, I like that. What a nice world it would be in if we learn to care for each other better. So when it comes to and you and I talked a little bit about this before, right? We're not like, it's beyond the pharmaceutical space, right? It's beyond this important topic. But let's talk within your organization, right? How do you promote a culture of inclusion and diversity within your organization? And I know our audience would be interested in hearing really what strategies you're implementing to achieve this goal kind of look like.
Well, things that we do here at Boehringer Ingelheim is really to focus on our culture and our values. We have values of trust, of respect, and also the behaviors of inclusion that we need to manifest. So I believe that everyone has all of those elements as part of being a human being. And it's about reigniting. It's about allowing everyone the opportunity to continue to exercise those type of behaviors. And so in our organization, not only do we provide people the opportunity to express and to activate everything we do around our values and our behaviors, but we also provide them new ways of how to manifest those things and make it real. If folks don't feel that their manager is being supportive, or who they are is not being valued and celebrate, which is the kind of the ultimate level of inclusion. That's where the work is, and that's where we all together have to understand that we have that responsibility to each other and to the organization to manifest those values, make the culture really something that it's real for everyone.
And you mentioned this a little bit uh, in in what you were just talking about, but when it comes to the collaboration between the departments and leadership teams, right, integrating diversity and inclusion principles into these core values, how do you how important is collaboration when implementing these values?
It is crucial. I mean, collaboration is, and at Boehringer Ingelheim, collaboration is a very big thing. We want, of course, we have a winning essence as a company because we're still a business, correct? But business do better when they collaborate, because it is in that collaboration in which you can learn to appreciate people's different thoughts, people's different ideas. It doesn't necessarily mean that all of it will be integrated, but just the thought process of the collaboration of people sharing their point of view really always develops better solutions. And that's what we're trying to do, correct? Progress as an organization so that we can service our patients and our customers in a better way, while at the same time manifesting that environment in from within our workplace.
Now, given there's a dynamic nature uh, to diversity and inclusion, how important is it to stay up to date on these emerging trends and best practices, and not just that, but the legal developments, so that you're ensuring you're at the forefront of promoting, diversity and fostering an inclusive workplace?
It is super crucial. Like I shared earlier, I've been in this realm for quite some time. And actually, I consider that the progress sometimes is very cyclical. Sometimes we increase the progress a little bit, then we take a couple of steps back because it's hard. People like change; they don't like to be changed. And so we have to make sure that everything we do is can be really anchored on what I like to call the feeling of love. I believe in two feelings myself: love and fear. Fear is usually used to polarize things, but when we anchor the initiatives and all of the work that we're doing in our workplace and for our customers based on love, that we're doing this for because this is who we are, not just for the right reasons, but this is who we are as human beings. It's really, really, really crucial to understand what's happening in the landscape, because that you can have some blind spots that you might not necessarily could be prepared to maneuver around.
It's funny, my ADHD kicked in when you said the fear and love thing, and I was thinking back to a quote from The Office, where which it was interesting when you talk about DEI and in The Office, it being a sitcom, but he said, "I want people to fear me. I want them to fear how much they love me." uh, um, I think everything that you're laying out is super important. I think how you're addressing it too at a large organization, it becomes a lot of things, right? At a large organization, you have to really stay on this because there's just way more people. You said it in the beginning, right? You're about people. So as we look out for what's next for your team moving forward, what can we expect? What are you excited about for what you're working on? What you can share today? I know you can't share everything.
Of course. Well, first of all, thank you for sharing a little bit of your uniqueness by sharing about your ADHD. I want to make sure that I validate and that I celebrate, because a lot of folks maneuver the workplace with neurodiversity issues, and that is very crucial. And it's a new area, to the point of what you were saying, what you were asking earlier, that we have to stay up to date on what's going on. Um, I've been in the company already 6 months. And, a couple of things that I'm super excited about is, first of all, It's the energy that our leadership and that everyone in the organization has to learn around how to become more inclusive leaders, how to become a really workplace that manifests this kind of behaviors. And so that brings me and the rest of the organization a great opportunity to do some things that could be very unique. We want to make sure that we are employee centric. We want to make sure that our employees we build that trust with our employees, that when they tell us something about themselves, that we don't say, oh, we don't want to talk about that in the workplace. On the contrary, is like, tell me more. Let's ignite that curiosity and put that judgment, a little bit in our pocket. It was that line from Ted Lasso that says, be curious, not judgmental, while he was playing darts. I believe that that's an opportunity in which we're going to have as an organization to really grow stronger, and then be able to actually manifest that in the workplace and in the solutions that Boehringer is developing for all of our patients that we care so much for.
Look at us just throwing out TV show references on the podcast. I love it. I actually, so don't judge me on this, right? But I have not seen Ted Lasso yet, and everyone I meet tells me I need to watch it. Would you
I
agree?
would encourage you. As a matter of fact, I would be surprised if DEI practitioners like myself are not using some of the learnings from that show. It is very people centric. It's showing how you can transform an organization by being people centric. So that to me, and on top of that, there's comedy, and there's a lot of things that you're learning around how the American culture translate also in the British culture and all of those things. So I'm telling you, that's my challenge to you, and it's about being curious. And by the way, I would not judge you for not having watched it. Don't worry about it. That I'm not in the business of judging. I'm in the business of expanding curiosity.
I appreciate that. Well, Rafael, I've had a lot of fun chatting with you here today and learning more about some of the strategies that you're implementing, and wishing you and your team all the best of luck. And hopefully we can stay in touch.
Jared, thank you very much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.